Yo, what's up? Hello, hello. How's it going, folks? Good evening. Happy Saturday evening. Carmicelli, hello. Drua, hello. Christian, Sand, hello. ODM, Ankit, hello. Shrek, hello. Karen, hello. Good evening. Kiet, hello. How's it going? Scruffy Marks, hello. New with specs? Yeah, new glasses. Pretty. I think I like them a lot. 40 fucking months. Damn, it's a long time. ODM, hello. Oh, Space Cowboy, I see. Fuck on, brother. What's good, dude? Dude, I'm so tired from last week. Like, this past week, and like just the whole like meetup weekend, and yeah, it's just been kind of a crazy week this past week. Super tired from it. All right, so today we're here to build this this gray studio board, new 60% from Gray Studio, yeah. So they sent us out. They are going to be doing a sale for this board, I believe, next week, just in about a week, on the 15th. And so we're gonna build that in advance. So let's also take a bunch of my stuff over here. I need them. But I haven't chosen what switches to use today. So we're gonna figure out what switches I can use. I have a variety of them, and we can pick one of those. And yeah, just go with that. Can't wait for the 10x10 mono box giveaway today. You're the best. Hog. Boomerangaroo with the prime. Thank you. I'm finally back home. Oh, nice. How was the end of the trip? Super Switch. How do you enjoy the rest of New York? It was really nice to see you, even though it was brief. CB, hey, hello. Brisk JT, I managed to get a Bina. Oh, nice. What color do you pick out for that one? I really like the champagne, the one that I got. But, I mean, maybe you could have gone and picked the other ones, like the black one, I think, and I think there was a silver one too. Can't see without my glasses. I saw a bunch of shows. Ooh, jealous. Sounds great. Speaking of things to see, this Tuesday I'm gonna go see the Boy and the Heron movie, the new Miyazaki movie. Pretty excited about that. Still a little bummed we couldn't make the meetup. I bet it was a fun time. Yeah, it was good. It didn't feel as big as last time, I feel. But it was nice because it was kind of cozy. Like hanging out with people and seeing a lot of familiar faces. Diego wanna sell me an old camera? What kind are you looking? Like, you're looking for a digital camera? Or... I'm currently using my cameras, but, yeah, depending on what you might be looking for. The meetup was really fun, though, yeah. It was good to see some new faces, some old faces. I finally met Patricia, Shinchin Wong, and Connor, and yeah, a few other people. And then MSA also visited from the UK. Artisan makers like Booper and Mobo, her partner, also came from all the way from New Brunswick in Canada, so that was nice. Last time I had seen them was before COVID, 2019, so it's 4 years since I've seen them. Rienfo, hello. I got a champagne and brass. Nice pick. That's the same one I have, so I can't help but be biased for it. Met up with a bunch of friends too and attended a couple of potlucks. Ooh, potlucks sound great. This board makes me want some nuggies. Yum. Mickey D's. Do you need to flex on people and win rigged keycaps? Okay, buddy. As if. Boy in the Heron was sick? Oh, I'm excited for it now. Yeah, it was nice to get cheap tickets, so, because Tuesdays. We got the cheap AMC Tuesdays tickets. Alright, let's get started though. In the meantime, we can figure out the Switch situation in just a sec. So let's unpack this. It comes in a box here, simple box. It had a plastic around it. I already undid it because I just need to make sure everything was there in advance. But it comes with a toolbox. It comes with this keyboard bag here. So in the toolbox, of course, I think it's pretty much standard fare for Gray Studio now. They give you a pair of tweezers. They give you it looks like we have all the accessories here. Maybe I forgot to put those back over there, but we have screwdriver bits, some spare screws, the bump-ons, PCB separators for like hot swap situations. We have the screwdriver, the main body, pretty nice. And oops, this is, I believe, a magnetizer, demagnetizer for screwdriver bits. If you like, you need to like use it for screws and the like. And then here's the daughter board. And then we have like a tag. It says FR4 plate. I was so much older then. I'm younger than that now. I have no idea what it means, but and there's this BD60 sort of like diagram. Kind of random, but that's this box. Oh, the new Emma Stone movie? Maybe I'll check that out too. Is it me, or does it seem like there's all of a sudden a bunch of really interesting movies coming out? Yeah, it's been I feel like it's been better lately, yeah. I feel like I feel more excited about movies a little bit more lately than before, like a few months ago. Alright, let's open up this. We got our hot swap PCB today. No soldering today. We got our foam kit, if you need PE foam and plate foam. We might not use those today. We have a full FR4 plate here. Full FR4 plate. And then finally we have the board. It's these like elastic pieces and like a separator. Alright, comes in white, kind of like stormtroopery. So we have the plastic cover around it. And then we have a black weight here. Black accent for the USB port is centered. Let's open it up. Jeff Leopard, hello. How's it going? Don't tell Diego my secrets, Christian. He has enough cats. Probably a Bob Dylan quote. Oh yes, that would make sense. Yeah, because the BD60 is named BD60 because it's Bob Dylan, the designer's favorite artist, or something like that. It looks like we have a little pad, I guess, for the case. To like just line the bottom, as well as this. Line the bottom. And we have the daughterboard already installed. MSA, hello, what's going on? How's it going, man? Are you back? Alright, there's the board. Looks like today we got a win keyless board. On the way to the airport now? Oh, damn. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you had a great time in New York. I know that I kind of said I was gonna see you more during the week, but honestly, it was super busy for me this week, like getting back to work this week, and so yeah, just couldn't do it. Definitely wanted to go to more like coffee shops and stuff like that, but yeah. There's the weight. It looks like we have kind of like PVD coating like kind of thing. I can check exactly what it is. The weight doesn't quite say, but yeah. So this is E-coat white. Say anything about the weight here? Stainless steel with PVD finish. Okay, so it's PVD steel. I have a list on Google Maps I can send to you. Oh yes, just send it to me. That way I can just keep it bookmarked on my maps too. So like if I'm close by, I'll just stop by, you know? Like that's what I do with a lot of places here in New York. I just save them to my Google Maps. Or like, you know, just mark them down, and then like if I happen to be in the area, I just stop by and check it out. I like the Happy Meal toy in your desk. Thanks. It's just that time of the year? Yeah. It was good to hang out, though. I'm glad that we got to hang out for the meetup and a little more. Alright, so let's take this away for a second. The box comes in this nice, I mean, you know, the whole kit comes in this nice box. Pretty simple. Oh, thanks, got the link. Also looking forward to Saltburn and the Iron Claw. How do I get access to this list? I'll add to my own. I'll just send it to you. I'll just post it in food chat? Yeah, that works. Because there's always visitors to the city too. What Terran Wavy Diego keyboard dinero? Says Morgan Freeman. Hello GZ, how's it going? How are you doing, man? How's the weekend treating you? Alright, let's open this guy up. So we got a PCB here with a bunch of tabs. So what's kind of interesting about this board that I'm like learning as we go is that this allows this obviously has this flex hotspot PCB. This is actually 1.2mm PCB, so it's gonna have a decent amount of flex to it. Is that it has two different mounts. It has top mount, and it also has this gasket mount. And basically here, like if you look at the plate, you get here, you can see that there's positions for screws, and then if you were using just the PCB, there are these tabs for gaskets, so that the PCB kind of sits with them. So yeah, there's gaskets for the PCB, and then there's also top mount, and there are these like top mount little socks kind of like around as well, similar to like the isolation top mount that like Mode has done for some other cases too, and some other people have done that too. If you wanted to kind of like soften a little bit of the top mount, you can do that as well. And so Gray Studio has this new design that allows you to do both of those things. So pretty neat. Life is good. Hope you're well. I'm doing well, man. It's been busy. Super busy actually, but doing well. What up? I know. I said carrot because the bot thingy said it. Said what carrot? Which is funny. But yeah. So dual mounting structures. Default PCB is this multi-layout, hot swap multi-layout. It supports split backspace, step caps lock, regular caps lock. ANSI, enter 625 and 7 new bottom rows, and split and regular right shifts. So pretty much all you need for most 60% users. And then there's going to be a solderable option as extras. And so those solderable PCBs later on will also have the ability to do plateless, so just PCB only, which is pretty nice. So no plate required. I was actually wondering if I could do that, but it makes sense that I probably would prefer not to. To use a plate, because if you have a hot swap PCB and you're pulling keycaps, it would just come right off, right? So can't really do plateless in a way that's like stable, I guess. If you have hot swap, it's possible, but it's just annoying. So we're gonna use a plate today. Let's see. They say that it's going to come in 9 different colors: silver, Robocop, which I think is like gray, Darth Vader, which is black, coffee, which is brown, navy, lilac, and then E-coat in white, cream, and sand. And then it's going to cost between $230 and $245 US for the kit. Shipping is about $40 from, I believe, from China. And the sale is going to be on the 15th. So pretty good pricing. $230 to $250 basically, plus shipping. So like 300 ship, let's say. Let's just say 300 shipped. Shipped is like the max, the peak of it for the kit. Competitive pricing, pretty good. So let's see what it's about though. Let's build it up. I think I missed it. Oh yeah, 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern is what I got. It's the info that I got from the Gray Studio folks. If anything changes, I would suggest you to follow their like Discord server and stuff, or like their socials. But that's the info. That's the latest info I got about the. All right, so let's go ahead and let me see here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just plug into PCB1 just to make sure that it's working. And once that's done, we can choose a switch, we can do steps, and build up a list. Sound good? Early December is always a weird time work-wise. Yeah, for us it's kind of the same. I mean, it's a little bit different in the area that I work in, of course, but it's similar in the sense that we do try to like get certain things done before the holidays because people are gone and whatnot. Is this a sponsored stream? Yeah, technically yes. I do get to keep this unit, I believe. However, not like I wasn't told to like share like a good opinion or anything like that. I was sent the board to build, say whatever I feel about the board, and that's about it. Usually the way I do like build streams in general, and like especially what do I keep, what do I not keep, and stuff like that, I always charge my service fees, and you know that's paid regardless, right? So anyone who sends a product always pays my service fees. It's just payment for my own time. And then whether I get to keep a unit is up to the person sending it. It's not up to me. I don't request them to give anything to me. I say if I get to keep anything, it's because you're making a gift. So there's no strings attached around any units, any products. that they decide to send. That way, like, it's basically a service, pay for service situation. So, yeah, that's kind of just how I personally do the business, basically. But you know, other people might do it differently, perhaps. Hoping you could compare and give honest thoughts and comparisons between this and some other ones in the price range. You can give me some options, what other ones in the price range, because honestly, there's a lot of keyboards out there. I'm not in the market, like, myself, to purchase new keyboards these days. And so, like, I won't know off the top of my head what options there are in stock actively. So if you have something in mind, you can bring it up and we can talk about it. You have Oblivion with the white alphas? I probably do, yeah. The Hagoromo kit. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a random switch here so that I can test the board out. So, switch here for a sec. Afterward, I'll be around for the build, and maybe you could share some thoughts later. Okay. Sure. Okay, just gotta make sure a few of these things work. Okay. It doesn't look like I'll have any issues. Let's keep going. This is probably programmed to caps lock, but it's fine. Figure out the programming rest a bit later. So unplug that. Do you see my last message? Not the one after the map. I saw the map. So I got that. Thank you. What's your favorite layout? I personally have a strong preference for 60% and TKLs in general. It's my like my two favorite. In terms of TKLs, I like them because they have that classic look, so they look really nice. 60% are like the best space-saving layout personally, and just generally I like the layout, like the way you use the layout the most, more than 65s personally. But I still use 65s a lot though, or like fairly often. I'll be using 65, 75s, but I would say that if I had to pick two, it's always 60s and TKLs. Yeah. Okay, so PCB is good to go. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick a switch. So I'll just show you guys what switches I got here, right? Oblivion with the whatever alphas and mods with the color text. Okay, that's a pretty good pick. Got back home on Mondays to be really busy. Yeah, nice looking bezels. Actually, yeah, yeah, the bezels do look nice. I am noticing here that is the bottom bezel slightly bigger than the top? I think so. I think the chin is slightly bigger than the top, the forehead, so to speak. It also has the screwless type of closure here, so it has no screws on the exterior and screws instead on the interior here. And then you have the bolts attaching the weight, 3 bolts, and then the rest is just the daughterboard stuff. Alright, let's pick some switches though. Don't give it to Christian, he has enough keyboards. Alright, so let's pick some switches. Okay, so first switches, the classic. I have Cherry Mix Blacks. I think these are Lube with 3203 or something like that. Next ones, we have Blush switches. These are light tactile, similar to MX Browns. I think these are Lube with either 3204 it says. Then I got more light tactiles. These are the ones from Lube switches. I forgot exactly what they're called, but also light tactiles. I have some alpacas. I have these Hanaki's Haimu Pastel linears, which kind of have like a louder kind of sound profile. More alpacas. I got some MX Browns, it appears. Got some MX Browns. I also got some long pole linear switches. These are the Designer Studio retro light switches. These are also lubed with 205. I can open it here. Can you list like five and veto the rest out? Okay, cool. There's that. And that's it. Oh no. These lube. These Texie switches are also lube. I have these Texie sunny side up switches. And I have MX Reds, which are also lubed. That's it. That's all I got. So, well, I think we should have kind of like a mix of stuff. So I think I'll keep the long pole as an option. So let's put, these are JWK, just put JWK long poles, or retro lights if you want to put the actual name of it. So Designer Studio or JWK retro lights. I think we should pick one of the linears, so either the MX Blacks or the MX Browns, or I mean the MX Reds are fine. Let's just go with Reds or Black. 57 gram, 62 gram. Let's go with the Blacks. So we have MX Blacks as another option. That's number 2. For the light tactiles, the Haimus. Okay, yeah, we can have the Haimus. These are the Haimu Pastel. Whatchamacallit? I think Pastel Peach. Is it? I think these are the Haimu Pastel Peach. These are, yeah, these are linear, 63.5 gram, and palm and nylon housing. Haimu linear. So Haimu Pastel Peach linears. That's number 3. And then we should do some of the tactiles. So let's say MX Browns are going to be 1. We do MX Browns as a 1 option. And then maybe you can go with the blush switch as a number 2. So they're all lubed. Everything's lubed here. This is lubed with 205. This is lubed with 3203. This is lubed with 3204. This is lubed with 3204. And that's lubed with 205. Okay. So oh, there it is. Oh, damn, nice. JWK Retrolights long pole, MX Black shocking, Haimu Pastel Peach, linear, MX Brown, and blush switches. There we go. Those are the 5 options we have. So you guys can pick. Usually the votes tend to be pretty low participation rate in this chat. So if you really have an opinion about it, you should definitely vote, because your vote is going to count for a lot. Very likely. So definitely vote if you have an opinion. If you don't, then fine. Ooh, MX Browns are winning. Damn. Wow, that's crazy, actually. That's fun. I love caps lock. Fair. Okay, well, I mean, this poll is gonna end at MX Browns if it stays like this, so. Alright, well, we'll see, we'll see. We got like another minute, so we'll see. Oh, the votes are tied. Linears versus tactiles. So it's either these or these. Right now. And the Haimus are actually winning now by a very little bit. How to turn tables, yeah. It's actually pretty tight race right now. Either of them could win. I don't have a specific preference. It's up to you guys. I don't mind. I don't really want to do the build twice though, so you guys just have to pick one. Hey, Ninewalker, hello. How's it going, man? What is a Haimu? It's a manufacturer for circuits. Kanekis has been stocking those. Tight race. Yeah, tight race for sure. Ooh, Haimu's edging by 2 votes now. It's this switch. Edging, you say? Yeah. Very nice. Okay, cool. Haimu's it is. All right, great. We have enough switches for that, so that's cool. Put these Haimus for the build aside, and let's go with stabs. So I got some TX stabs over here. Yikes, your chat kinda sus? I mean, that's normal. Layout wise, should we do split backspace or regular? The rest is kind of pre-decided for me. It's gonna be 7U, ANC left shift, split right shift, ANC enter, and the backspace I'm kind of torn on. Split backspace like my parents getting a divorce. Damn, I'm getting real here. Okay. Alright, split backspace it is then. Too late, Joel. GG. Okay. Am I the only one who doesn't like split backspace? No, I like full backspace on 60s. I pretty much change it up depending on the board. On 65s, I actually pretty much do exclusively full backspace these days. Same with 75s and T. Actually, yeah. 60% are the only layout that I think I debate using either. But otherwise, I always use full backspace. Yeah, I think yeah, T kills. I mean, no, so 60% are the only ones where I do split. Potentially, not even guaranteed. When keyless and Winky look better with full backspace IMO. Yeah, I mean, I think they both look fine for me. But, full backs is an H. What did I just read? I'm gonna ignore that comment because First of all, you don't put full backspace and HHKB in the same sentence? What's wrong with you? That deserves a pain kit emo. Full backspace and HHKB in the same sentence. What the frick? No. No. Just no. Do not build this keyboard. Bro, Chris Suarez picks hurt so much. Does he do a 60% HHKB with full BS? Jesus, that's the horror. HHKB layout, like, at least respect it, you know, if you're gonna use it. And put a split backspace on it. And R3 control, like, programmed in. Well, even if you do stepped, it's fine. I mean, I do stepped all the time on, like, the MX HKB. But, come on. Split BS and HKB is, like, minimum. Bare minimum. He's a DSA and 40s user, what do you expect? True. Imagine being a 40s user. Just kidding. I personally can't relate just because I just suck at using them. Split spacebar full BS HKB? Oh my god. Okay, LFK. No backspace, either split or full. Don't make mistakes. Yeah, just don't make mistakes. Fine. LFK role playing as Cobra tonight. Every so often, LFK turns into reptile species. Forties look cute, but that's all can really compliment them. Yeah, I feel that. I agree. They do look nice sometimes. Like, compact is nice. Like, I do agree with, like, the space saving, and if you can, like, actually be efficient, congrats, good for you. You know. But in terms of, I don't know, in terms of the difficulty of actually using it, I personally dislike it. It just slows me down so much more. It's actually usable. I can use a 40s keyboard just at like a third or less of the speed, efficiency wise. Would unironically use Beppo versatility. Where's that? Was it a video or a GIF of like a guy? Like, what did they do to a? Was it a Kahal? Like the wallet burner board? They did something nasty to it. The one with the board with uncentered, non-centered weight. Man, I literally only have TKLs. Almost 24, new year, new you. You have Chunga bias and Philco. Oh, nice. Solid. Solid OEM and custom keyboard. Almost 8 years of only using a TKL. Hi. Yeah, that sounds nice. Diego, I stumbled upon some 2019 Discord posts of yours saying 650 was an outrageous price for a unicorn. To be honest, if I were to go back to that, I still don't disagree. I mean, I think that R2, I would pay 650, sure. But the R1, when it first sold, it was like 250 bucks, not even. It was absurdly cheap. And you know, I was like, man, it's a tray with a weight, and you know, it has pillars, cool. It types nicely, sure, but it's a tray, right? So I was like, ain't no way I'm gonna pay 650 for a tray back then. So yeah, and I agree. I actually ended up getting my R1 for like nothing. This was right before the boom, fortunately. Literally like a month before the boom, which was kind of crazy. But I mean, yeah, no, back then, different times. I know, I get it that people are paying a bunch of buckaroos for unicorns, but I still wouldn't pay a lot for them beyond retail, really. Nice boards, though. Super pretty. Just don't really see how it's sensible to pay that much when you can just wait and get the next one if you can. If you don't, then such is life. There's probably another pretty decent keyboard coming around the corner in the next 3 weeks. Especially nowadays. But yeah. But even back then, I felt the same about keyboards. There were decent keyboards coming out, like, every so often. I mean, heck, people use the same keyboard for decades. I mean, I don't know. Okay, that's an exaggeration, actually, no. But, you know, a long time. A year? 2? More? I don't know. So... okay, I'm not gonna bother actually lubing that wire, because I remember the old wire wasn't good on the 1.2 mil ones. So I'm just gonna grab a separate wire from the bag I have over here. Aftermarket price is pretty crazy for them specifically. Unicorn is the best, most hype metal rectangles to ever grace the hobby, Diego. How can you not spend aftermarket? I know. Shame on me. PC Kohaku with brass weight would be cool though. The PC Kohakus came out gorgeous. Really nice. Kohaku's actually... I actually think the Kohaku is a lot more popular than I initially expected it to be. Because when the Kohaku came out, there already were so many 65% boards with gasket mount, right? So I kind of thought, you know, I did think, like, you know, Singa, KBD, like, fandom's big, and like, there's a lot of there's a big fan base, and obviously, like, you know, good design, good looking design, all that, right? Like, it was like, oh yeah, it's a very pretty board. But at first, when it came out, I was like, I didn't know it was gonna be like wildly popular as it is, and a lot of people have very positive comments about it, like, best board I've typed on, best feeling, best sounding, like, very fervently. And I actually initially didn't expect that, because at the time there were a lot of boards that had that same mounting, so I thought it was gonna kind of like drown in the midst of all that, but it kind of had its own following. Speaking of incredibly expensive boards, do you see the Vector by AR3 retailing for $750? I know. I mean, of course I know. I built a Vector prototype, so I know exactly how expensive it is. Didn't love it. The sound was a little too echoey, pingy. Very hefty board. Personally, a little too much on the bezels and whatnot. But also, due to like the design choices made for it, it was also an expensive keyboard. So I'm sure it's priced relative to whatever they pay for it to make it, but being a big chunk of metal doesn't really justify necessarily like you wanting it, so you know. Where's this sweet spot for yourself pricing wise? Nowadays, I mean, I think with the awareness that prices have gone up, I am probably okay with 60% maxing around 450 for a very nice custom kit. Max. I think TKLs probably can extend all the way to like 650 or so before shipping. Max. Any more expensive than that is difficult to justify, I think. 650. Considering that I know that prices have gone up from like a lot of the popular manufacturers, and that there's like brand following, and that there's margins, and that, like, you know, you have to consider all these things. All that considered, I think if I were to say a premium mechanical keyboard kit, that's kind of like the pricing I would be thinking about. Thank you. $450? Are you insane? Jacob can have it milled, anodized, assembled, and white glove delivery to your desk for less. Okay, but does he have Dell anodizing though? Can you rank all Singa boards? My personal favorite is the Unicorn among them. Aesthetically speaking, I do prefer the Kohaku, actually. But the Unicorn for me is top because 60% I really like, and the type feel of the Unicorn is really nice. Then for me, like typing wise, actually the Kohaku does feel nice, but I do personally have a personal liking for TKLs, so I think for me number 2, I would probably put the Jaguar V2. Very nice board. And then I'll put the Kohaku and then the Singa 75. Although I do have a Singa 75, and I still think it's one of the like prettier 75% with the same exact compressed layout out there. Although the only thing I didn't like about the Singa 75 was that it had the 1U blocker on the left. Still a decision that I personally just don't love, but that you know, because I can make layout adjustments, like I could get used to. But just something like aesthetically speaking, it was like 1U blocker on the left looks really ugly on 65 and 75s. The like the wing key blocker on the left. How about Type 60 in-stock knives for Type 60 SL from Axiom Studio? The Type 60 was a nice board. When I got the Type 60, one of the Angelite Blue Type 60s, I think the one that the one of the first like Angelite Blue units that was sent out to me to build. It was really nice. I really liked it. I really liked the implementation of those blockers on that board, and the color for the board was also really pretty. really like that board. I didn't end up buying one because money and just having a lot of other keyboards to use, but nice board. It is cheap though. Buy 3 pounds of aluminum and anodize it for $10-15. Buy 2 pounds of stainless steel, $5 to $10. Buy a decent premium PCB, $15 to $40. Make or buy keycaps, $10 to $35. Buy switches from China, $20 to $45. Machining is free. Soldering is free. All costs $60 to $145. Oh my god, man. $449 obviously. No Neko mention. 40's denier. Neko is cute. I'll give him that. But I wouldn't use it. I just wouldn't use it. Aesthetically speaking, it's pretty cute though. Still prefer the others, but pretty cute. Okay, let me just double check that I'm good on all this. Stabs. We don't need to do. Let's do no foam today. Plates, fixtures between the plate and PCB. Oh, maybe I can do that. Orientation of the fixtures. Let's see. The fixtures are the things that go in between the hot tub PCB and the plate. Nice. Okay. So these guys, the way they work, you just kind of put the these fellas through like the back of the PCB, kind of like so. You do it for all the positions. Speaking of no foam, what's your preference of foam config on the Neo 65? I haven't built a Neo 65, so I can't tell you about it. I'm sorry. Generally speaking, I prefer to do no foam until I need it. In general. So I will always go no foam, build with whatever switches I like. And then if it seems like pingy, then I will go back and add case foam. If it still seems a little iffy, then you can consider things like P foam and plate foam. But myself in general, I don't like using foam. It's mostly a supportive tool, so if I will only pick it up if I find that something is like subpar due to like the absence of it. But I will first always try it without anything. Wait, there's no way you haven't seen that pot? I've seen it. I've seen it. The machining one, the free machining one, I've seen it. It's really funny. Shelf liner. Yeah, no, that works. Just use the tweezers to kind of like push through the... Oh wait, this is not a... For one of those, is it? No. larger one. Okay. That's that. Wait until you tell him the shelf line is phone. Yeah. BT dubs. Breaking news. Alright, let's put the rest of the switches. So for hot swap, I usually prefer to start with the middle. I mean, actually pretty much for every build, but start with the middle just so that you can kind of keep the distance between the plate and the PCB fixed over there. And especially like if it's more on the flexible side, then it'll prevent it from kind of collapsing. Okay. Hold up. And then the rest is easy. This should be pretty fast. I should actually test the steps though, just in case. Let's do step caps. Personal preference. Okay, let's try these steps. Okay. Okay, thought it was rattle, but I think it's just a... Okay, good. Okay, steps sound good. Keep going with the rest of the switches. Oh, SG have. The good old SG have. Okay, hot swap makes it pretty easy. Okay, we're pretty much done here. Hey, where did my sub comment go? I don't know. I don't see it here. You can just tell me here, no? It's okay. You can just tell me here. It was like 39 months and I was so excited. Oh man. I'm sorry, Juan. Okay, sweet. So that's that. So we have two mounting methods. So we have top mount, which is these guys, right? We can put the little socks if we want to for the top mount. We don't have to, but we can. And then there's the gaskets, which is PCB gaskets. So these little PCB tabs have the space for these little PCB. These little socks gaskets. We can do that too. We can do both. So we can try it with one. Maybe we'll go with the top mount first, and then we can go with the PCB gasket later. I also said I love you so much. Oh man, love you too, dude. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing all right these days, getting ready for the holidays and all that stuff. I know that you've been having a rough time with the injury stuff, but I hope that's resolved soon. Shit sucks, dude, to get injured. Alright, looks like for mounting we got even symmetrical mounting on 10 points. Just quite a few points. Let's just do it anyway. But we do have a thin PCB and a thin PCB and a flex cut, as well as a relatively soft blade. That first. Alright. Look at the case. Case. Gotta open up the case first, so this is a provided screwdriver since I already have bits here. Yep. Really fun being told to stop getting mad and hitting walls. Just my pride hurts at this point. Oh man. Such a beast. Here's a Max. Is the best at night entertainment. Oh, thanks, dude. How's the meetup? It was good. Hubert the Mad. I had a good time. We had some visitors from abroad. We had visitors from outside the city. The meetup was sizable but not huge. It was like between 100 and 150 people, I would say. Lots of good prizes at the meetup for the giveaways. I didn't win anything pretty particular, but there were some amazing prizes from artisan makers, and there's some keyboard stuff. I obviously was interested in the artisan stuff, but I didn't really win anything. Other than that, it was good. I went out for some really yummy meals, like the days prior to the meetup as well as the night after the meetup, and that was really fun. So yeah, no, I had a great time. I usually really enjoy meetups in general. They're a fun time just to like put names to faces and finally, just like hanging out with them, It's good. It's a good time. Alright, so... Oh my god, it's wind keyless. They made the mistake of just putting switches everywhere. Happens. How does this work? Clearance. Okay, I just need to push. These mount gasket blocks are kind of big. It's a pretty snug fit. Okay. That's that. So they go in like that. And then gotta use, I'm assuming these spare screws were for the weight. So we're gonna start with top mount here. I should update the build commands for the switches. If we can't actually, I'll do it this way. Let's see, BD60, right? They'll be built with. This is Haimu, Pastel peach switches, Lube with Krytox grade 0. There's a 4 full plate, and that's it. Build command is up to date now. Right now I'm gonna go ahead and do the top mount first, and then we are gonna do the gasket mount. Interesting. So it looks like the top mount actually only allows these 5 positions here. The socks just kind of go there to protect the base. Hello, Mr. MF. Me, Fernando. How's it going? Is this screw actually gonna fit? Yeah. Is it? I guess it does. Okay. Okay, so we'll put them down. Interesting that I'm having a little bit of, not trouble actually, I'm just kind of intrigued by the fact that the screw goes past this tab where the PCB is there, like the PCB tab is there, and I'm like basically finagling the screw to kind of fit there, which makes me feel like either I'm using the wrong screws or that it's just the way it is by design, but I'm unsure. Just double checking here though, if I missed anything. These are the bump-ons. Nope. These are case LED diffuser, PCB gasket. Yeah, no, that's it. Okay. So I guess I do have to fit the screw. Or, I mean, to be honest, I could just not have to fit it, but I mean, could kind of like finagle it from the side, and then, yeah, that can fit. We can skip the spacebar screw, though, I think. I don't think we need it. I think we'll just do that. You have the McDonald key? Yeah. Alright. So there's that. So that's mounted. Alright, install the, let's see, insulation foam. So, mandatory, it says. Okay. This guy is to insulate the bottom of the case, just in case like it presses down and shorts stuff, prevents it from happening. This is just case foam. Skip that. And then we got LED diffuser spots. Let's see. What's this? LED diffuser spots, where do they go? Where's the diffusion gonna happen? Oh, right here. And where else? Where else do we have LEDs? Is it just that one? Okay. Looks like it's the only one spot. Okay, cool. White one goes at the bottom, and black on the top. Looks like I have an extra. Hey, Testy, hello. How are you? How you doing? So there's that's a little diffuser that they're talking about right there. Right at the corner. There's like a small white one, and then there's like a black one. And I put those. There's a couple of extras here. Just gonna put those aside. It's just in case like you lose one or something like that. And then that's about it. We can just put the screws back on to close the case. I do prefer to first put the screws through. A little easier. Just do it after it's on. So let's first plug in the cable. JST connector. Place it on top. Grab our screwdriver. Mr. Rufio, hello, how's it going? One. Two. Number three. Number four. There's 6, I think. Another 7. 6 and 7. Okay. That's it for the case screws. Maddie, hello. How's it going? Good to see you. Okay, I'll just put this aside. Just an extra daughterboard cable. Daughterboard. These guys I didn't put on, but it's fine. Base foam we didn't put on, it's fine. We need the bump-ons. Take that. These are for stabilizer pads. Like if you have like 1.6 instead of 1.2 millimeter stabs, you can use those. The rest is just accessories. Aside. I love 60%, have thin bezel. Yeah, has a thinner bezel on the sides, and then I think the bottom bezel is slightly bigger than the top bezel here. So slightly thicker chin than forehead. Yeah. UV pair here. Okay. So Mr. Drew asked for Oblivion with the Hagoromo. Okay, I'll go get those. So I'll be right back. Yeah. Okay, I am back. It took me a little while to find everything. Hey, got me a little snack too. Got me some Tam Malaysian snack. We call it crab pillows. Yeah, they do look like it. So these are crab flavor snack. They do look like pillows. Looks like this. They're so cute. Yummy. Oh yeah, I just got this because I needed the mods. I got the Git mods here, so I'm gonna use those. And the rest is like a mixed bag of stuff. Like that's the... Okay. Number... Any salty seafood snack is 5 out of 5? Oh yeah. I agree. I agree 100% with that. Out for here. What are your holy grail boards, Diego? Which one can use in your entire life? HHKB is definitely a board that I don't think I'll ever like dislike, personally. But I do have some boards that I own that I wouldn't mind keeping. I've mentioned a few before. I mean, I have 356 Mini. That has historical value. That's the OTD board. Very, very cool. But it also types nicely, so I would use that. I have a few boards that I use a lot in general are the Ion Juby. I use a lot. I use my Wilbur Tech Thermal quite a bit. I use my I have a TCharge GMV2 that also has a lot of sentimental value to me that I use a lot. I also have this like prototype Ion Rogue that I also use a lot. What else? Yeah, I mean, those are some mentions, I would say. But I mean, like, there's a lot of other boards, like, there's a lot of the Jane V2 plate using boards, like Mary C. Technically, Daji doesn't use the same plate, but it's like modified from that, but it's pretty nice too. The Daji board's pretty nice. The 84 is pretty good. Like, I Need to Kill 1 uses the same plate as a GMV2. Perry IU, like all those, there's like a bunch. Those all kind of use the same plate, so the experience is pretty similar. If you get like a JMB2 ME, it's basically a similar experience too. So yeah, you can pretty much like get one and sort of get a good gist of all of them like that. For TKLs, yeah, so there's quite a few options actually. Oh, this already had a number. It's Hagoromo Alpha Kit. Okay, whatever. Didn't know that. I guess I'll actually keep them together just so that I don't mix them by accident. I think this Other set came from the cadet kit that was probably sold separately. I think it was from a different group right now, so let's keep them separate for now. Yeah, let's keep them separate. Okay, I see them all here. If you were to purchase a new HKB, would you mod it? I would absolutely mod it. That said, personally, so back when I was getting like my first HKBs, they're the Pro 2, right? The Pro 2s kind of suck stock. The mods are super rattly. Just not a very pleasant typing experience, to be quite honest. The alphas also just kind of like rattle. It's just like a rattlesnake. Like, it's just rattled a lot. Okay, like it just doesn't sound great. So I don't think I would personally use it stock, the HKB. So back then I would like no contest, you know, I would lube and maybe consider silencing the board, but yeah, 100%. Like there's zero reason I wouldn't. But now I feel like the HKBs, if you buy like a new HKB from like what's that company, Fujitsu, the stock version of them is actually not bad. So I do think there is a bit more value there to keep it stock, because they're kind of nicer. But personally, I think I would err on the side of modding versus keeping stock for HKBs. For Topre in general, actually, I just think there is something about lube Topre that is just completely different from stock that I like a lot more than any stock experience. So to me, it's a no-brainer to lube Topre. Yeah, especially stabs, and like obviously the alphas, you know. But I would recommend lubing personally. I don't see a reason why you should keep it stock, really. There is a reason, I guess. It's that it's bothersome to lube them. It's to open them up and lube them. So ultimately, that's kind of up to you. But I do think lubing them is better. Is it even a daily HKB if you don't hit the rail with some 32.4? Yeah. HKB is so nice with 32.4 for the alphas, and for the mod stabilizers I use 205, but some people use like other loops, thick loops in general. Yeah, the stock Pro 3 quality in general, like so Pro 3 is the other name for the professional like classic or hybrid, like the new ones, like the current version basically. And yeah, the stock value of it is very good, very good, as GZ Prime says. But before that used to not be the case. So if you asked me this years ago, like years before the release of the new ones, I would definitely tell you to lube, no question, no doubt. Hey, nice. Looks good. Missing a few mods here. Yeah, I guess if you want to keep some original, like the value of the original, so to speak, like if you want to keep the, like if you want to keep your HKB stock because you think that the stock nature of it is something that you treasure a lot, then by all means go ahead and keep it stock. But at least for me, it's I just prefer Topre by far. Be pretty quick on finding a modified 240SX. right? Oblivion was a good choice for this one. Looks pretty good. These are the Hagoromo alphas. Which mods though? I would say just look up my HKB modding stream, and the mods that I do in that stream is what I would do to my own boards, which is just lubing the stabs with 2.5 in my case, and 32.4 for the rails of the alphas. Look at what the FN equivalent of this is. So confusing. Base get merge. Up there. Stash. And add. Oblivion 3.2 is supposed to be running with Hagoromo. Yeah, I believe what's his name? Changed the way to he decided to run it. Mr. Oblotsky. Yeah, the 3.1 was interesting how he decided to do that, like because he was gonna do like 2 different runs basically. Oh, it was peculiar to do it that way. It was supposed to be running at the end of this year, but what can you do? Yeah, I mean GB climate things, I assume, is what probably didn't allow it to happen right away. Not particularly great. Okay, so here's the build. So much stuff sitting around. BD steel. Okay, white or black feet? I'm not sure. Black would probably kind of look fine with the accents, but white does kind of blend in. Oh, it's like a whiter white. It's a different white. I think I'm gonna go with black. Also, when white, the bump-ons get dirty, they're probably not gonna look great. So I'll go with black. TLDR Tritoprit, I agree. That is a good TLDR. Right, that's good enough. This took me longer than I thought. Okay, let's put a couple of artisans, I guess. I have some gray ones here that we can try using, but oh, what? I'm gonna put this one. It's ominous. It's pretty good. And then we have here. I am thinking, where do I find price for my lubing services? It's in the description on the commissions page. Here, you can open that, but it's basically like $1.25 per switch ish on average. I usually charge. Okay, so for the second cap, this page is actually kind of good with this ray. Goes nicely with it. It's too black. It's too light over gray. The page could be good actually. That's the best one here. This could also look good, this level caps. You want to go with the Praise. I think it looks pretty good on this particular place here. It's tight. Slowly. Okay, that's good. That basically what how HKB lubing would work too. I can give you. You can just send an inquiry, and I can give you like a quote. I have like previous quotes from like previous work that I did with other people for tutoring, so I can give you more specific details if you contact me. Right, it's pretty good. Looks good. All right. So let's see here. We have looks pretty nice. Okay. So let's open up typing sound thingy. Is the bottom row crooked? Is it crooked? Did I screw it up somewhere? CXCV. Let me see. Might just be the switch. Also, maybe it's because hot swap. I'm not sure. Like, press them down. Yeah, maybe the camera. I don't know. Does it look off? Maybe it does look off. It looks fine with me. I think it's just maybe the switch or like hot swap. Oh. Well, yeah. Right from here, though. It's decently straight, I think. $500 points short for Totoro. Too bad. Okay, let's try this out. Okay, I'm gonna put the what alpha keycap is this? This is the Mr. Kim Prage, right? Yeah, it's the Mr. Sleeves matching one. Okay, let's switch. switch out the mic here. Okay, audio good? I think it's good. And okay, and let's try this. Get out here. Get the sound out. Okay. So right now we have this mounted in top mount for the board here. So right now we have top mount configuration with an FR4 plate for this BD60 from Gray Studio. Right now we're using Haimu Pastel Peach linear switches from Keys. These are Lube with 25 grade 0. And GMK Oblivion for the keycaps here. Okay, so no foam, FR4 plates, and ABS GMK caps. All right, is the audio good here? Okay, cool. So for reference, all right, there you go. Oh, I forgot to program the backspace. Hold on. Let's redo that. I forgot to program the backspace. One sec. My bad. That's my bad. I forgot to program the backspace to the right place. Yeah, I'm gonna delete that. And my bad, my bad. Okay, so okay, was it supposed to detect here? I put the via JSON file. Oh, there, okay. So let me just program split backspace and other stuff here. So we got pipe, tilde, and backspace. Okay, that should be good. Let's just make sure that these guys are programmed here too. Okay, all right, this should be good enough. Backspace, okay, all right, cool. So let's try that again. Sorry about that. So we have, again, this Gray Studio BD60 with a full FR4 plate. We have GMK Oblivion for keycaps and Haimu Pastel Peach linear switches, and no foam. And right now we have the top mount configuration for the board. Okay, here we go. It's definitely on the quieter side. I'm assuming it's because of the flex cut on the PCB, and the 1.2 millimeter PCB. I really like the space bar sound on this right now, but yeah, I do think it definitely sounds on the quieter side, and yeah, the switches are pretty good though. I think they're smooth, but yeah, I mean, we can always try a different switch at some other point. Maybe not today, but yeah. All right, here are the mods. A bit of resonance on the top row. Alright, so that's it with no foam and top mount. I do think like for the resonance, maybe like adding a little bit of case foam could probably help. But yeah, that's like an option. Alright, so we can go ahead and try the PCB mounting for this. So let's grab a key puller. Yeah, we can try the gasket mount. So for that, just gotta get the screws off again. They're located in a few different positions here. Oh, hi. Oh, Kiwi is coming here to check up on... Hi. Hi, Kiwi. There we go. Oh, it's a little hard to see him because he's so close to the camera. But well, actually, maybe I can do autos in here. Hi. CEO checking build quality. How do you like it, Kiwi? Wanna say something for the folks? It's itchy. It's itchy. He's itchy. Okay. Oh. Kiwi. He almost spilled my plant. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Say hi. Hello. He's so sleepy. Doesn't like it. Okay, he wants to go. Alright. Goodbye, mister. Sorry. Alright. Let's get back to this. So, where were we? Okay. So, back to... Oh yeah, screws. Just gotta take out screws on this. this side. And okay, gotta remove those screws now. I guess this is fine. Okay. All right, there it is. Now we gotta remove the screws. Socks. Okay. And then I need to get the little gaskets for the PCB. Okay. PCB gaskets. They're gonna be on the tabs there. So thicker side on the bottom for the gaskets, and they go on these tabs over here. Really hot, right? Oh my god. It's crazy. Okay, gaskets are on. All the tabs. So kind of looks like that. Hey yo, shirtless stream? Oh my god. No way. No way. I am not confident enough to do that. Okay, so just kind of snugly fits on the bottom case like that. And then we put the case screws back on. And close it up. Is he talking about the yellow shirt? Yeah. 5 million points, 1 million to end stream. Oh god. No way. 70K? So cheap. Uber cheap. had to price it within my own range. Smart. How convenient. Okay. So I think that covers that. I believe. Okay, how much then? I don't think there is a condition for this. I don't think I'll do that. No way. I am not confident enough for that. Maybe, you know, we could try taping that flex cut TBH. It sounds a little quiet. I feel like it's a little quiet. Alright, let me put it in the same place it was earlier. God, I'm stealing while he's at work and steal all the shirts. My God. There we go. Okay. All right, there it is. We have the gasket mount. So let's try it out. Gasket mount, everything else is the same. Gasket mount, no foams, no anything. And we can then try maybe like taping the flex cut. I think that would be kind of a good thing to try out. So let's try that out. Let's try this out though. Gasket mount instead of top mount. All right. Here we go. Alright, nice. I actually think I like the gasket mount on this more than the top mount. I think maybe a top mount, like the way I don't think I really like how these gaskets sort of, like the little bumpers here, like sort of like fit kind of tightly on the tabs. Wasn't in love with that, so maybe like for the top mount I need to try without as well. But I don't think I like that. Maybe that was what I didn't like about it. But I think the gasket mount sounds actually a little bit nicer, a little bit cleaner than the top mount. Alright. Here are the mods. does have a decent bit of flexiness to it. It's not too flexible, to be honest. I definitely think this fitment, this gaskets of all the pieces together is kind of on the snug side. So it's not like super flexy. I actually don't think I would worry too much about it feeling too flexy even with the gasket mount. If it were like plateless completely, maybe that would make a difference. But yeah, this whole assembly right now feels somewhat snug. And so it kind of feels firmer than you would expect for a 1.2mm PCB, for a flex cut PCB, for all that. Is that an LED in the bottom left? Yeah, there is an LED here at the bottom left. Super random, but there is a little diffuser and an LED down here. Maybe you can like program it to become an indicator of sorts. But there is an LED right now. Right now I think it's just cycling some RGB, but I would imagine you can definitely use it for something else. Yeah, you can definitely program it to be a solid color. Yes, you can. I believe all you just need to do is QMK and control it. Let me actually double check the exact controls. I think there's like some shortcuts for it. There, I think that's on off RGB mode switching. Okay, I can change the color. Yeah. I can make it brighter, less bright. But yeah. Yeah, you can definitely control it. But it's not like a huge LED slot. Like it's that big. It's like 0.75 U-ish in length, so to speak. But it's a nice small detail. It's just there though. It's pretty inconspicuous, so it's kind of nice. It's not very like very obvious. It sounds like Bob Dylan. Okay, buddy. But yeah, this is definitely a quieter build. But I actually do like it. I actually do think it sounds pretty solid. I do think the gasket mount sounds better than the top mount, personally. But I do think I kind of want to tape the flex cut shut and try that, because it is on the quieter side for my preference, but it does sound clean. So I'm gonna open it up and just do that, actually. What 60 should I wait for now to join for now? It depends what you're looking for. Do you have a specific aesthetic or like mounting or like, I don't know. Because there's a lot. Like recently there was like derivatives extras, I think, in stock recently, which I think sold out. But like those were pretty nice. A lot of people really like the derivative recently, I think. I don't know what other boards right now are in stock or about to be in stock. F260 certainly sounds like a nice proposition. I haven't really tried anything past the F284, so I wouldn't know how the F260 would be like. But I mean, Gion's boards are certainly nice too. There's boards like this are cheaper and coming in stock as well, so there's that option. Actually, I'm just gonna leave. Can I leave it like this? No. But yeah, there's so many options now, and there's like so many that are also in like pretty openly available on Mech Market and whatnot. So like your options really are limited. Nowadays you can get like virtually any keyboard. Like, I mean, there's so many options at basically close to retail GB price or whatever, right? Like there are a lot of options for keyboards now at pretty decent prices. So yeah, it's there's just a lot. A bit of choice paralysis there though. Does this color have a matte finish? Yeah, so this has it's smooth, but it's not glossy. Like it doesn't have a glossy finish on the E-coat here. Like not at all glossy. Any recommended screwdrivers with magnetism? I don't think mine are heavily magnetized. Yeah, like this one isn't, for example. Can I magnetize it here? Yeah, not quite. But what separates boards like this from cheaper $100-$200 keyboards? I would say mostly is like, I think custom keyboards in general nowadays, what separates them is like, I think price is not a great basis for comparison, because there are some companies and some makers that are just managing to push like higher quantities and getting cheaper like prices, but what they might offer might not differ as much from more expensive alternatives and so on. So price hasn't become like, it's not like a normalizer. And so I would argue that like, instead of price, I would be looking at like, do they offer the build options that I want? And that includes aesthetic and function. And then you might want to argue price. Right? But I would say like, what often for enthusiasts in our community specifically divide different boards, sometimes it is just brand following too. Like people do follow certain brands and they'll be like, I'll just purchase that because I just know that they're making good boards. And so yeah, but I feel like the offerings nowadays, like a lot of makers, designers, even like companies now really offer very, very similar stuff. Just different look, different aesthetic perhaps. And that's the kind of stuff you want to figure out yourself, like what works out for you best. That's, no one's gonna decide that for you. And then yeah, I mean there's gonna be like factors like yeah, sure, anodization quality, that kind of stuff, but I do feel like that stuff is also like, what if you just get a bad batch kind of thing. But I mean, I do think a lot of the brand history sort of speaks for itself too. So like if you hear that this particular brand like provides pretty good quality boards in general, like it probably is good enough. But yeah, I personally, when I'm looking, if I'm ever shopping, the look, the aesthetic is a pretty important factor for me. And then I kind of consider the rest, like, oh, like would I purchase from this brand? Would I pay a premium for this? And then does it offer the options I want? Like if I want an aluminum plate, if I want a PC plate, do I have the option to get plate files if I ever want to make a plate of my own? Are the parts easy to get, difficult to get? Does it use a proprietary PCB? Does it not? And so on. But pretty much prices, yeah. It's not a real great comparison. As for the screwdriver suggestion earlier, I'm not sure which one. I use Wiha and Wera, like this. This is Wiha. Wera is the green one over here that I use for my torque screwdriver. It's pretty nice. I use these guys. These are Wera. I use those two brands right now, and they're great. And they're worked out for me. I personally don't care too much about whether it's magnetized or not. But if it's something that matters to you a lot, then just gotta look at reviews and stuff, or if it says in the description of the set you're buying. But we can wear like a pretty good quality, I think. At least so far, for me. Saw some Arc 6 is kind of cheap on the MM. Oh, I see. I hate when they do screw on top. We might scratch the side with screwdriver. Oh, something kind of neat actually that I did notice about that Lunar Eclipse 99 is that Gray Studio actually provides this bit for the case screws, and they actually have this like sleeve for the bit, the long bit here. This is the bit that goes for the case screws, and they added this like little silicone tube to basically prevent the bit from scratching the side. Pretty nice of them, and a nice little touch detail-wise. Like, they include this for free in the kit, which is kind of cool. I wish more people did that. That's kind of nice. But you know, it's definitely an extra cost. But, and yeah, if you get another board that doesn't have it, then you have to like consider that. But yeah, a little nice detail for them to do that. Does the wear come in the set of 12? I don't know, actually. It's been a while since I purchased my screwdrivers. I'm asking all these questions because I want a nice keyboard. I'm just kind of lost with all these options. Okay. Yeah, I mean, aesthetic really is kind of the top factor. Like, if you like what you see, it's gonna make a huge difference when you're using it on your desk, because you will put the effort to make something that looks good to you work out better at the end of the day. Like, you're gonna make it work. And so if it looks good to you, I think that's primo. Like, that's most important, I think. And then you can think about, like, I mean, obviously, like, looks good, but then obviously, like, layout, that kind of stuff needs to fit your bill. Like, if you can't use the 60% because you can't get used to an FN layer here, on arrow keys under an FN layer, that's gonna be a problem. Just go for a TKL then. Like, go for a more classic layout that has all of the keys that you need. But yeah, once you pick layout, go for aesthetics, and then for function, like, you might want to think about like what options do they have, and then you start picking from them, narrow it down from there slowly. Price wise, just I personally just say this is my ceiling of a price, and if you really want to wait to ask people like what they think about a specific board, you can always do that, because nowadays, like, there's stock is bigger, and so like things don't always sell out now, and stuff in the aftermarket also right now is like pretty much about cost, except for very specific things that like sell out very quickly or just are very wildly popular still, but for the most part, I think a lot of stuff is like not fully sold out, or like if it hits the aftermarket, it's relatively easier to get. Okay, let's try this out with, now I just taped the flex cut. That's literally all I did. So let's give it a try. Let's see if it's any different at all, actually. I think it sounds nicer. Yeah, I think 1.2 millimeter PCB with a flex cut is just too much. It just really dampens out the sound, like really kills it, because the thinner PCB, first of all, causes a lot of motion, just easier to push the PCB, and the flex cut just kind of kills the sound. Like, the vibration just dissipates the sound, and so I, for these cases, I like just taping the flex cut shut. Honestly, flex cuts, don't really care too much for them on the PCB, not as much anymore. Anyway, I feel like you can just get a softer plate to make up for harshness and feeling. And nowadays with like gasket mount and stuff, it's already not that harsh anyhow. Yeah, there definitely is a bit more life to the sound now. I do agree with that, Night Walker. All right, here are the mods. So actually, this kind of typing feel reminds me a lot of like the Keycaps 160 that I have, that's just also white and win keyless, which is kind of funny. Kind of reminds me a lot of that typing feel, which is kind of soft, but also like, yeah, you're right. Like, if it's 1.2mm PCB without the flex cut, honestly, it still feels quite soft. And gasket mount still kind of has that softer feeling to it, right? Like a more isolated, dampened feeling. And it's pretty good. Actually, the typing feel is pretty nice. Like, it's soft enough to have some bit of motion here, and like a bit of give. But at the same time, it's like it's pretty consistent sound like throughout the board. So right now, I think this config right now is perfectly fine with me. It actually feels and sounds pretty nice, like this. But yeah, no, it's pretty good. I mean, I think that's actually pretty solid. And this offering is like $250 plus shipping, I think. So pretty good, I think, overall. But yeah, take a look at the case here. Whoops, sorry. Whoa, it's like having a hard time. What is it focusing on here? What's it focusing on that's having such a hard time? All right, I think that's, maybe it's my hands or my arms rather. Yeah, there it is. It has a steel PVD treated weight here. There is a little accent here for the USB port. I have a hard time focusing, so I'll just leave it like that. And I can change the view here. You guys can see it from up above here. This is the top-down view. Sorry about the motion here. So that's what it looks like from up top. Pretty clean. Side profile is pretty not very intrusive. Very like clean, easy going. Side profile. It has this like interesting little chamfer here, kind of like to distinguish the bottom part here. Maybe make it easier to pick up, kind of thing. But it already has a little bit of a shelf here, so it's not that hard to pick up. It's very light board too. Actually, this is quite light. Yeah, the USB port looks nice and centered. Pretty clean, honestly. Clean looking bottom here. Interesting choice in like design. Like, yeah, definitely there's this theme going on with the top part being a little bit thicker than the bottom, kind of thing. Like, this gap is like bigger here at the top, and then there's no gap, not as much of a gap here. The bezels are like that here too. The bezels are actually opposite. There's like a thicker chin compared to the forehead, so to speak. But clean looking build. The white looks good with Oblivion, of course, here. But yeah, this is actually pretty nice for 229 or 245. It's actually not bad. It's like 300 basically shipped. This is pretty good, I think. I do like the little details. Like, I do like that they offer things like the screwdrivers, and you know, you have the option to do foam or not. I'm looking at like their build guide here, and the build guide is very friendly, and like they like tell you like foam is optional, you know, it's up to you. They'll like change the sound performance, but it's up to you, kind of thing. It like that. I like that. So like, it was not designed with just the idea that there's going to be foam, and it kind of gives you the option to use it, but it gives you the option to not use it as well, so it's just pretty nice. Oh, Mr. Nihon Jam, hello. How's it going? Thank you so much for the raid. How are you? What is the alpha white? You mix it with Oblivion? This is the Hagoromo alphas from Oblivion, actually. The Hagoromo alphas from Oblivion R2, I guess. Weird to get to radio, honestly. Oh yeah, that's true. I tend to stream. I don't stream actually on the weekend, so this is actually a rarity in terms of streaming time. Day, and then streaming time, I tend to stream earlier in the evening. So that's probably why it's kind of weirder to see me live and you get to read me. Yeah, we just built this this BD60 from Gray Studio. It's quite nice, actually. Oh my god, I'm late. Oh, hello, Mr. Frank. You know we should get hello. Frank, do you build one of these? How do you like it? It's pretty good, right? It's pretty solid. I actually just so I built this with the FR4 plate that they gave me, and I put these Pastel Haimu, like what was it, Pastel Peach Haimu linears from CK, from Kankeys. Flex cut is taped shut. I taped the flex cut, no foam. It's pretty good. But I think it's I like the gasket mount more on this than the top mount. For some reason, the top mount had a bit of resonance. Might have been the, I do think it might have been these little the top mount had these like little like socks for them, and they like fit really snug on the case. So I was wondering if the resonance came from that, from like all the contact going on there. But the gasket mount doesn't have that problem. I had to wiggle them in. Yeah, I did the same. But yeah, ultimately I ended up doing the gasket mount afterwards, and it turned out nicer, I think. Nice with long pole. Oh yeah, long pole would sound pretty good too. I mean, this is technically not long pole, I think, but it has like that like louder bottom out, I think. It's pretty good. Thomas sounds better with short stem. Maybe I could try like MX Blacks or something like that on the top mount build. Yeah, I think the gasket mount right now here is it's actually kind of reminiscent of the key cult. It feels nice. It feels pretty good. And the tolerances look pretty good actually. These guys line up pretty well. There's a little LED slot over here for those who didn't see it. A little small LED slot. There's a tiny engraving here that says BD60. I just noticed that one. I think that's about it as far as small details. And then there's like a Gray Studio engraving right there. Very inconspicuous. I actually like how inconspicuous the engravings are. It's not very in your face. A lot of the other Gray Studio boards are more in your face. Like the Think is more in your face. There's more Think 6.5 logo stuff going on the cases, but this one's a lot more minimal in that regard. It's just kind of more low key, which I actually like. And there's a little bit of Gray Studio flair, which is like this LED is kind of random, but it's there. Yeah. Yeah, no, the RGB indicator is kind of nice because it really blends in. You don't notice it until you know that it's there. So I actually really like this little touch. Just something, yeah. It's like it could be like a caps lock indicator, it could be a layer indicator. That part was nice. Where does Gray Studio ship from? Probably China, most likely. So I believe they said shipping estimate is around 40 bucks for this board. So if you're looking at 230 plus 40, so 270, between 270 and 295-ish or 290. And then obviously for Yukonin, you might have to consider things like fees, customs, that kind of stuff. But yeah, like sub 300, just the board and shipping included. Yep. Yeah, no, it looks good. Also, Frank, how you doing? How's being a parent? How's life, man? Are you getting ready for the holidays? Going anywhere? Visiting family, maybe? Just being a dad? All right. I'm doing all right. That's good. I mean, I hope you're healthy and well, despite being a dad, because that sounds rough. Going to Vegas? Nice. I actually did the Vegas with the fam thing on Thanksgiving. My parents and my sibling, I mean my brothers, you know, I have older brothers. We got together in Vegas. Vegas for Thanksgiving. It was nice. So it's pretty sweet. We just, you know, we just gather up to like eat, you know, eat, have a good time, just chat, eat, spend time together. We don't get to do that more than like maybe once a year, and for us to all gather up is pretty rare actually. So Thanksgiving was actually pretty nice. Baby's first Vegas trip, so it'll be interesting. Yeah, all the lights and stuff. I hope the baby likes it. Ship it to Houston. Oh, okay, makes sense. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for this build, guys. I really don't have anything else to show for it. I went through the mounting. I went through the flex cuts. I went through the contents of the board. Pretty much all done. I guess we can just put it. We can just squeeze in the thumbnail here, which I usually just go with the side view, like that, and then I will turn. Yeah, the screw tip sock. Yeah. This thing, Frank. Pretty nice, little detail. I like it. There's our thumbnail. Oh, a little dirty here. Cover it up. 3, 2, 1, boom. All right, there's our BD60. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's stream. Next stream, I'm gonna be probably. Oh, so I guess I'll just make a few announcements, like kind of like logistical stuff. I'm probably gonna be away during the holiday for a little bit. So you probably won't see me streaming between like Christmas time and New Year's most likely. But before then, I will still have some things to do. I have some things, like some stuff coming up. I probably still have. I have a Lunar 2 build coming up, so an Alps build at some point soon. I have a few other like small soldering projects I think I need to do. Like someone asked for like Millax, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be building that on stream, but I'll check with the client and see if I do that. But got some stuff like that. I got another board that is being sent to me close to holidays, which is kind of risky, but this week I think. So there should be another one there. So there's like 2 or 3 things minimum before the Christmas holiday that I'm gonna be doing. So you guys will see me a few more times before I'm off for like a week or so, fully between holidays, and then I'll be back in January again. So yeah. Lunar 2, let's go. Has been summoned by the mention of Alps. Yeah. Yeah, I need to clean some of these switches too. I think they're asking me to clean some of these SKC and blues. I think that's probably the build. Yeah. Manic Luck, this is the first build I got to watch live on Twitch. Oh, nice. Well, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. I know that it's honestly it's tough to watch someone on Twitch. It's exasperating. It feels like a waste of time kind of thing. I don't know how people do it, but yeah, hanging out on Twitch is props to you guys, and I really appreciate all you guys like taking your time to actually like stick around. And Ichthys 1517, if you do have questions, always feel free to, you can always just hit me up. I do have a server. I think exclamation socials just like link on my Discord and stuff. You can check out my Discord and whatnot there, and you can always find me there. But I'm pretty active, so it should be easy to get in touch with me. Otherwise, like, you know, I'm here on stream, so like whenever I'm live, you can always ask any questions. Fine too. I tend to be pretty open about people asking beginner questions to anything. Doesn't matter. Shit posting. Just hanging around. Okay. I guess that's pretty much it, right? Caught a little cold, so stuffy nose. It's at the tail end of it, so it's like the annoying part of it. Oh, Miss Patty Patricia is doing some World of Warcraft, and then gonna be doing a build soon actually. ELH Customs trying out some Nixies. The new Nixies, I assume. I see someone that I don't know building a Suisse keyboard. I guess VTuber themed keyboard. Their name is VGCH. I'm not sure where they're from. And someone moving switches. That's about it, keyboard wise. Who's Tess? What's I get confused with people's names and usernames, so just give me the username. Is Tess the person building the Suisse board? Distraction. Hello? We can rate someone new, so let's go rate them. Why not? Oh, Tesla. Okay, yeah. Keep adjacent doing something else tonight, though. Oh, okay, that's fair. Now let's just rate someone who's doing keyboard stuff, because why not? Also, I mean, someone new. It's always welcome, I think. VCHICH. I actually don't know who they are. Don't know them, but let's just go rate them. Why not? In Canada, they have, these are the keywords they have: Canada, Asian, keywords, Crunchyroll, English, anime. Okay, cool. That sounds just right up my alley, I guess. All right, let's go rate them. Yeah, go raid. All right, folks. Thanks again for stopping by for the stream, fellow weeb and keyboard enthusiast. Yeah. I'm not into like VTuber stuff, so I don't really know much. I know the names, so we say yeah. Lightning read. Let's just spam lightning read a lot. Oh, we love anime and keyboards. Miyago. I wish I had a Miyago Ayaya, but it's fine. Alright, there's our raid message, guys. Thank you again for stopping by for the stream. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your night and a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys later. Cheers. Drua. See you. Bye.